Hi everyone, Indez here. Today we are here with the chat and we're gonna go to find out what are the best 5-star legendary gems. We're gonna do a tier list and we're gonna start with the S tier, the ones that you must build. The A that, no, they are good and maybe they were very good in the past, but maybe it's okay. Then we have the B, the C, like that's more like okay. The C is more like it is niche, but maybe you don't want to build it. And D is for dog tier. Don't build it. Don't waste your money. And that's all I'm gonna do. Also, I want to do a disclaimer that we're gonna try to rank these as fair as we can. And also, for me, I'm gonna give my perspective as a free-to-play player, and the chat probably also gonna give as a whale player. So, without further ado, let's start with it. We have here the first one, chat. The first one. It is Phoenix Ashes. Phoenix Ashes, it is one of those gems that I think it used to be very good at the beginning of the game. But now it is one that if this dropped, we have Phoenix Ashes. This is is a gem that pretty much gonna give you another kind of like shit dead. So it's gonna prevent you from dying. But the main issue is that now it got a very long cooldown. It is almost 3 minutes. So, if you want to build a defensive gem, I will probably tell you to not build this one. What do you guys think, chat? I will probably most likely... It's not terrible. It's not a terrible gem, chat. Like, if I had it, and if I didn't have any other... I wouldn't be sad, but this one, I feel like we're gonna go and we probably gonna put Shad, I think Shad, I think I'm gonna put Phoenix Ashes at the C tier. What do you guys think, Shad? C tier for Phoenix Ashes. Do you guys think it's fair? It is a very okay build. But it's only if you... It is the only gem you have, and in my opinion, it is not a must build one. But there is still a niche. Like for example, they are saying that maybe like for Riot of Exile or something you can do it. But I still think it's not D, and I'm gonna explain why. Because it still has its use, in PvP. It still has its use. Like having a cheat dead is still not that bad. I'm sure there are worse things, So for that, I will probably put it at this tier. Then we got here. We got, chat, the Shipped of Stone Flesh. Man, this one, it is so controversial. I feel like this used to be like a very good gem. Some people still say that this is still very good. So let's read what it does. When you cause an enemy a total loss of control, so total loss of control, it is, for example, a fear, a stun, a freeze, and I think also knockback. Knockback probably also includes, right? No, not knockback. Like when you get knocked up. For example, from the Vortex of the Tempest, I think that also counts. But if not, you chat, you guys can correct me. But it will inflict an explosive curse upon them. The curse will expire and the enemy will explode for 45 of all damage taken during its duration, up to a maximum of 150% of the base damage. This cannot occur in more than 20 seconds. So, I don't know what is the damage of this. I never tried it. I never had it. But one thing is for sure, chat. I will not build it because I don't like the trigger. I don't like the condition. And I feel like nowadays we have better gems. So because like these force you into a play style that I don't like. It forces you to play always with some loss of control, So because of it, I will probably go and put it chipped once again here, chat. I think that for some niches, there's still some use. There's still some use. But if not, I think we're gonna go with it. I think we're gonna go with the C. It is not a trash. I think it's C for cheap. Okay? That's where we're gonna go put it. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree, chat? Do you guys agree? This website will make it. No, I know about the website. The problem with that website is not updated. It is the tier list maker. It's not updated. So, moving on, chat, to the next one. Here, we're gonna have Alire Skull. If you guys don't know this one, this is also... I think, chat, this one, I am so certain that it was trash from the get-go. Right? Like, because I read this, your primary attack has a 10% chance of conjuring a spirit wolf that inflicts damage on his pet. I feel like this is like 100%. It has to be a D tier, man. It has to be a D tier. It is gonna go like I don't see any niche, any use, or anything. The only thing I see this being used is like if you get like a 5 out of 4, 5 out of 5, or a 4 out of 5, and you use it for resonance, and then you put like a spiteful in it, and maybe it works for that. But to be honest, the only use that I can see this gem, unless he has a rework, it is for food. That is right, Dart. I agree. It is mainly for food. So Alire Skull is gonna be the first gem that we're gonna put here at the D tier. Don't build, no niche, nothing. It is completely useless. Let's go here. Now, Sweeping Bile, chat. Sweeping Bile. A lot of people love it. A lot of people hate it. And other people don't care. But let's read the description. Your attacks have 4% chance of inflicting a poison. It inflicts 25% base damage, and it does this amount of damage. It is rank 1, by the way. For every 6 seconds. This poison spreads to the nearby enemies if the victim dies. This is the good part. This is the good part, chat. This is really good for farming. If you get a Sweeping Bile, and if one of the mobs die and it spreads, it's just like super, super good for you to farm. But the effect cannot be on the same target for more than 40 seconds. And this poison also decreases the enemy movement speed by 6%. So, chat. Sweeping Bile. How good or how often it is this 4%? Because like 4% is not a lot. You know? It is not a lot. But it is still the only, or no, not the only, but one of the best dot gems that there is. So, if we go here and we check, chat, if we check here, and if I put it at rank 10, let's say put rank 10 maximum red. Oh my god, that'll be so insane. This, what I really like, it is this part, chat. The decrease of 24% movement speed. That's crazy. But how many ranks do you need, man? Because like, okay, rank 4, rank 5. Okay, rank 5 increases to 12%. And then probably is going to be what? Rank 6? No. Rank 7? No. Okay, rank 7 is 18%. And then we have... Okay. So it's only... No, okay. Man, this is a lot. This is a lot of ranks. This is a lot of ranks, man. So rank 5 It's 12%. It is not bad. So, to be honest, chat, to be honest, this gives a dot and applies movement speed decrease. I feel like that's pretty good. That is pretty good for PvP, right? If I have to think. But I don't think it is like a S tier. I also, Shad, I think that for me, sweeping bile, sipping bile, it is a A tier. Maybe A minus. If I had to put it, I would think that is like a A minus. What do you guys think, Shad? Because like, why I think it makes it A? It's not the dot damage. It is the movement speed decrease. You know, the movement speed decrease for PvP, I think is very good. And in PvE, it's still awesome. You have a dot that when something dies, it spreads the dot, does a lot of damage, keeps doing like this chain poison. Is really good. So I think it's fair, chat. I think like it's fair to say that sweeping bile, it is A tier. It is something that if you drop, you probably won't regret to build. That's my take, chat. Blessing of the Worthy. When you take damage, you have 20% to chance to unleash a retribution of all nearby enemies, dealing damage to equal 12% of your current life. Okay, chat. So, Blessing of the Worthy, that is not worthy anything. All right? So, this one, I feel like it is complete trash. Complete trash, man. You know? Like, I will not build this. This is like actually a D tier one. And James, please understand why Phoenix is C tier, because you can't put Blessing of the Worthy and Phoenix Ash in the same tier. Like, I'm sorry, you can't. Because Phoenix Ashes, at least it gives you a shield and it gives you a cheat dead. So how the fuck is that a D tier? Like, I don't want to discuss it. Let's move forward. 100% Phoenix Ashes, it is C tier, and Blessing of the Worthy, it is D tier. So, moving on, chat. We got here a big boy. A big boy, chat. Blood-soaked Jade. This gem increases all damage. All damage. While you're full. And when you are low HP, it gives you 4 damage. So, for those who don't understand, these ranks will scale up. Okay? But I want to give like here something that a lot of people don't know about Blood-soaked Jade. And this is it, chat. Let me show you right here. What do you guys, a lot of people don't know because you never reach here, is that there is, not only has the damage boost, it has the movement speed, but it has additional, look at here, additionally, take 8% less damage when you're below 50%. All right? Like, but these you only unlock when? When do you unlock these? You start unlocking these at rank 3, but this is like very, very meaningless. Like, it's like only 2%. Then goes at rank 5 to 4. Then rank 6, no, rank 7, it goes to 6. And at rank 10, it is 8%. 8% is a lot, man. To be honest, chat, I will be happy to put this at rank 5. That's gonna be my goal if I ever reach there, and that's how it's gonna be. So, chat, let's go here. This one, Blood Soaked Jade. It's not because of the damage that gives. It's not because of the fact that it's gonna decrease the damage that you take. But it is the best gem in the game still until today, until another gem does the same, that increases your movement speed by 10%. And getting passive movement speed in your character is not easy. You need to put it like on your rune. Now with the 2 blue runes, it's kind of easier, which is nice. But before it was only like your set bonus, right? And the Bloodsoaked Jade. Now you have Bloodsoaked Jade, you have the set bonus, and you have the runes. And now I think you also have Ereban Abyssal that also can help you with that. So for me, because of that factor, mainly because of the movement speed, it is always and will always be a S tier gem, because this game doesn't have mounts. Remember, chat, you walk to every place. You walk the walk all the time. And if you're not going fast, you're losing time. And time, it is the best asset that we have, right, chat? It's the best valuable thing that we have in life. So 10% movement speed will save you a lot of time in any activity you do on a game. So for that, I think it is increased damage decrease, movement speed. This gem, it is just like completely insane. And if you're starting the game, please use your first 40 Turtleic Pearls to get a rank 1 of these, and you're set. Just for that. So, next one, chat. Next one. We have here Echoing Shit. I'm sorry. Echoing Shade. So, Echoing Shade, chat. Look at here. Look at here, boy. Your attacks have 15% to summon the Shadow Clone for 8 seconds that will attack the nearby enemies with one of your primary attacks. So this one, chat, it is a blessing and a curse, okay? It is a blessing if you're like a PvE player, and if you like, for example, to AFK farm, if you like to do like just dungeons, raids, it's gonna boost your damage by a lot, okay? No doubt, when it comes to PvE, Echoing Shade, it is a great gem. That's just how it is. This is gonna give you a lot of clones. It's gonna give you 2 clones at rank 3. So before rank 3 is useless, okay? So you need to have that at rank 3 at least. But at PvP, chat, I mean, you're not gonna go with your clones, okay? And if you do, I will highly recommend you to not to. So, that makes me think that how am I gonna rank this? I feel like Echoing Shade, in my opinion, is the first gem to go into the B tier. Because it's really, really good in PvE, but it's really, really bad at PvP. So, for that, we go to the middle and we put Echoing Shade, the first gem, at B tier. I think it's fair. It is a fair statement. And C tier, no, it is not C tier because you cannot compare with these. These are like so much worse than Echoing Shade. Like, it's not fair. Now we go, chat, into the Bottle Hope. Bottle Hope right here. When you use a skill to grant a buff, which is pretty much every class will do this, will give it a buff. You know, you have Barbarian with the Sprint, Wrath of the Berserk, like Roiling Surf on Tempest. You have the Vengeance, like any class almost gonna give you a buff. So Bottle Hope. Let's read this. When you use a class to grant a buff, increases your damage and movement speed by a certain percentage for 6 seconds. Remember that the 6 seconds can always, anything that is a buff in the game can be increased with the beneficial effect duration. Okay, so the more beneficial effect duration you have, the more the 6 seconds will be prolonged into 8, 10, 12, something like that, right? So it has 20%, it has 20 seconds cooldown. But let's see. At rank 3, it will decrease all your skills by 1.5. So let me read, let's go and check it out. What is the maximum? What is the maximum that we can get, for example, at the rank 5? Rank 5, 3%. Then we have here 6% at rank 10. It is not a lot, okay? But it's better than nothing, right? Like if you get it at rank 3, 1.5, it's not that meaningful, but it's something. But then you get a 10% increased damage. So, chat. Rank 3, 10%. Rank 5, 13%. I don't know, chat. I feel because, like, for example, if I am a barbarian, this is useless for me, okay? This is, like, completely useless for me. I'm gonna be with the sprint most of the times, or even if I'm gonna be with Wrath of the Berserk, this, it is useless, okay? Because the Wrath of Berserk gives you, like, 20% movement speed buff. So, they don't stack on each other. Movement speed buffs, they don't stack on each other. So, chat. It is still a 13% increased damage. Still a 13% increased damage. It is good. But this is a rank 5. A rank 5, 4 stars. No, sorry, 5-star gem, rank 5 gives you 13% damage. And if I go here, oh, they still don't have. Okay, I can go in game, right? Like, we can go literally in game. We have a rank 2 that just came out in the game that gives you, at rank 5, 2-star, 11% to 22%. It's not going to give you the cooldown reduction. It's not going to give you the movement speed, but the movement speed I don't need. So, for me, chat, it is still a great gem, but it is not like the best of the best, okay? So, for that, chat, I think, and because you have gems that's gonna, like, you don't need to have the bottle up, okay? You don't need, like, there are other gems that maybe can be better for you. And way cheaper to build, also. So for that, we're gonna put the Bottle Hope in A tier. The Bottle Hope, we're gonna put it right here. Bottle Hope is better than Bile. They are completely different tiers. One, it is a dot gem. The other is a buff gem. And we have to compare it in the same tier. Probably it's good to have both in your setup. Like if you're using like 5 or like 6 or 8, 5 stars. But this is how I would rank it. So, I think rank A or A tier for Bottle Hope, it is fair. It is still a great gem. But there is some things that it doesn't work with any class. and or every class in this case. And now it is getting a bit power creeped, especially with Modern Skull in the game. So let's go back to the trash ones. We got here the, how do you say this? Zenson hunting. When you defeat an enemy, a dark beast attacks nearby enemies. It cannot occur more than 6 seconds. So I really don't like things like this when you defeat an enemy, because in PvP it's not that you all like, sometimes you're like in a 1v1 situation, and these kind of triggers I very much dislike, man. Maybe in PvP can be decent, but I will not listen. I will never build a gem that has these things. Never will never put my resources in a gem that I need to defeat an enemy to proc. Volatility Shard, it is an exception, but it works at rank 1 and you can auxiliary. You don't need this. Maybe this one you can also use as auxiliary to farm, to open world farming. But to be honest, you got like 1 stars and 2 stars better than this. So because of that, this is a, like this gem, it is a disgrace to be in the game still. They need to rework, in my opinion, chat. They need to rework all these gems and make them a bit more appealing. So D tier, D for dog. Okay, they have to do something about this. Now we have here, chat, the Frozen Heart. The Frozen Heart is D for don't build. Frozen Heart, when you take damage, activates a frigid shield, which is like a cold shield for 6 seconds that shields the enemy attackers and absorbs the damage of 150%. It cannot gain a shield in every 20 seconds. And now here you have like the shield grants your attacks 50% to cause shields on enemies. So, this one, chat, I will say that I'm not a fan. First of all, in general, I'm not a fan of these gems. Okay, because in this game, most of the times, you only have 1 slot realistically for defensive gems. And I feel like in the future, almost everyone will not even use a single defensive gem, because what happens in games is there is like this power creep, right? And we are like 2 years into the game. And in like, if you imagine like in 1 or 2 years, more like stronger attack gems will come into the game. Morn Skull, it is a beast of a gem, attack gem, right? So I feel like the stronger we have attack gems, the less space we have for defensive gems. And the reality is like, I don't see a lot of defensive gems coming into the game just because it is not attractive for them to sell. Because attack gems, they make more money than defensive gems. I feel like if one day they bring another defensive gem, it will be with another attack gem on the side. So, this is not trash tier. It is not a not build. But personally, I'm not a fan. I much rather build Spiteful, and I'll explain why whenever I get there. And the thing is, like, you don't even need to build Spiteful. That's like the good thing. It works incredibly well at rank 1. This one. The biggest problem of Frozen Heart right now is that Spiteful exists. So let's just go here, because these ones are the most popular choices when it comes to defensive gems. And I just want to explain something about like here and why I much rather have Spiteful than the Frozen Heart. So spiteful, it says tanking damage while below 50% cause the spiteful blood to surge towards you, and for 4 seconds increase the damage done. So you're gonna do more damage, and also it's gonna make you invulnerable to primary attacks. Not only that, at rank 3, after rank 3, when spiteful blood triggers, you gain an absorb shield for 40%. Like, you understand this? So this is gonna make you immune to primary attacks. Immune. So if you go against a whale, for example, the primary attack damage being immune, the absorbed damage by immunity is gonna be way bigger than you just getting a shitty shield that is gonna be popped in 1 or 2 primary attacks. Like, if you get this shield versus a stronger player, it's gonna be gone, like, just like that. Like, probably if you have the dots, like, you're not even gonna see the shield coming at you. But at least you know that the immunity against primary attacks, it's there for 4 seconds. So I think that's very good, and also gives you shield, which is incredible. So if I rank these two ones, we're gonna rank them at the same time, Shad. As a defensive gem, we're gonna rank them as a defensive gem. So we got like dot gems, we got buff gems, we got defensive gems. I feel that Spiteful Blood deserves to be here, chat. I will put the Spiteful Blood as a 8-tier defensive gem. The reason why it's not S tiered, it's because it's not immune to all damage. Because if he was immune to all damage, goddamn, that will be probably the best gem in the freaking game for PvP. Okay? It is still immune to primary, but it's not immune to all. And the Frozen Heart, chat, I think the Frozen Heart belongs on the B tier. It is a okay defensive gem. It works better at a very, very high ranking, but not everyone's gonna have that possibility, okay? To have like a very high level Frozen Heart. So, but I also say something, chat, that for a certain builds, having that shield, it is not bad at all, okay? Having the shield effect and the shield that he gives you is not bad. So because of that, I 100% prefer to have a Frozen Heart than a Phoenix Ashes. So, moving on, chat. Concentrated Will. Using a dash skill calls a guardian angel that will hate you, unleashing a blast of holy light in the direction, dealing base damage to all enemies in the pass, cannot occur more than 6 seconds. Wait a minute. Okay. So whenever you use a dash, every 6 seconds, it gives like a burst, right? So I'm not a fan of damage. How can I say that? You know, like gems that give damage. I prefer gems that they boost my damage, because I always feel like the gem damage itself, it is always very low. But it says here, at rank 3, when the Guardian Angel returns, the High Heavens bless you, increasing your damage and movement speed for 4% by 2 seconds. What do you guys think? This is not a bad gem, for example, for Tempest, right? Like, Tempest is dashing all the time. It feels like a very, very good gem. Like, extra damage extra movement speed. And the reality is like it is like every 6 seconds. So every 6 seconds with a 2-second buff plus the beneficial effect duration, the reality is like the cooldown of these is almost nothing. It's gonna be like 3 seconds or 2 seconds. Okay, let's see something here, chat. Let's see how much can these go, because like these can go like, let's say for example a rank 5. Rank 5 is gonna give you a wait a minute. No, this blessing of the worthy. Fuck me. Consider the wheel. Wow, chat. Oh, look at this, man. This is not bad at all. 8%. That keeps giving it like damage increase. This is almost as good as the bottle hope, man. 16% at rank 10, but it requires a dash. Yeah, but Tempest he always has a dash. Okay, so the main issue is like this, like one of the best gems. It's like it feels like a very, very good gem for Tempest in specific, right? The movement speed is useless. Yeah, the movement speed is useless. Because most of you are gonna use like roiling surf, so that's why I usually most of the times I just ignore like this movement speed thing. But 16% damage in like, I feel like this gem, chat, you guys have to understand, at rank 5, like you have an extra burst, but the main thing is that you have a constant 8% damage increase almost all the time. So chat, we have here a situation, right? So this gem, it is very good for just one class, like super specific. Other classes, most of them, they will not even you're not even gonna use it, right? So for that fact, and because it's like very, very niche, but it's still I feel like it is still a great gem. I will probably, like for Tempest, put this as like a A-tier gem. You know, A-tier gem or B-tier. But I will say, chat, that for me, concentrated wheel, it is here. It belongs here, chat. It belongs on the C tier. It's the same as the chip, which is like very, very niche, chat. Very, very niche. C tier. There's only one class can pretty much use this. Okay? But very, very, very interesting gem. And as a free-to-play and low spender, I always tell you guys to not go with like very niche. Don't use your resources into very, very niche gems, because they are very limited. So for example, you also have the minions gems for like the followers something. You also have the one side that is only for summons, right? Like for minion necro or the monk minion. But the reality is, like, if you're free to play, you should go for something a bit more universal. Unless you're saying, no, Indez, I am a minion necro main, that's what I play. Then it's fine. But this game, it is supposed to be played as like a multi-class. And you wanna, in the future, maybe you wanna try play with other classes. And gems like these, like necro doesn't have a lot of dashes, so probably it's gonna be useless on necro. In the same way, that, you know, if you bring like the summoners, you want to be like useless, for example, for vibrating. Yo, Cisco, what's up, man? So, moving on. Hellfire Fragment. Hellfire Fragment, chat. Let's talk about it. Using a skill conjures 3 Hellfire blazes around you. They seek out enemies within 6 yards, exploding them. So another damage rune. Again, I'm not a fan. Usually, I'm not a fan of... I like increased damage runes, if I can. Enemies struck by multiple Hellfire Blazes take additional damage by 12%. All right. All right, chat. It doesn't look terrible, though. It doesn't look terrible. If I will build it, probably not. I don't think I'll build it, but it doesn't look terrible. I like it. It doesn't look terrible because of this thing. The like this is completely mid. Don't care, but this is not bad. But I will not build it. I don't think I'll ever build the Hellfire. And I think you guys should also not build it. The damage feels like... I don't like this, chat. Every time you guys see these, most of the times, damage runes or the damage gems, like, I think maybe in the beginning of the game, maybe they were okay. But now, they don't do as much damage. So, probably, chat, most likely, this will be a D-tiered one. Another D-tier, chat. Hellfire is the worst 5-star on the market. Hellfire was trash even when it came out. Really? Oh, that's wild. That's wild. No, that's they should not do that. They should not do that. Chat. We got here Gloom Cask. One of the best gems, if not the best gem for primary attacks. This one, it is... I really like Gloom. I really like Gloom on my barb. I feel like I would really like Gloom also on my Tempest now. So anything that has primary attacks, Gloom Cask, it is pretty good. But again, it has a limitation, chat. It has a limitation. The limitation is the primary attack. So it only works with the primary attack build. So, and you always need to be primary attacking. So it is gonna, when you primary attack, is gonna give you a buff that whenever you attack, is gonna have like this extra AoE attack. And not only that, enemies hit by the Gloom Blades take 6% increased damage from your primary attacks. So what I don't... There are two things that I don't like about this gem. The first thing, it is only primary attacks, right? I wish it was also something else. But here's my issue. I feel like Gloom Cask could be like S tiered if this was increase the damage from all damage, not only the primary attacks. So I'm okay with these being triggered by the primary attack. So you primary attack and you keep primary attack. But then I feel like the reason why for me is not S tiered, it is because then here it only increases your primary attacks. So for me, chat, okay, man, this one is tough. But I think will be fair, chat, to put the Gloom Cask, chat, at A tier. It is still very strong, very strong, chat. It has some very... It is a very picky... It is a very picky gem. But I believe that in the future, chat, this is gonna be a gem that is gonna be very easily replaced. I think that if we get 1 or 2 more 5 stars, remember, the next 5 star, the next attack 5 star is gonna be even better as the wolf. Maybe it's gonna be even better than the roiling consequence, right? So think about it. Think about those things. In another thing is like limits you a lot to mainly be and play primary builds, primary attack builds. But still, man, it is. But the thing is, like, chat. I am thinking if you are using a primary attack build, Strife, Lace Breaker, the Roiling Surf, like all these builds, like Blood Knight with the primary attacks, it is like S plus tier. Like it is incredible. It is also incredible in PvP. But because of this fact, I think it is for me it will be like a minus maybe, but it's not a B. I can't put Gloom. I can't put Gloom with Equine Shade and Frozen Heart. Like it will be super unfair. It will be super unfair. Moving on. Starfire Shard. There it is. Another big boy. This one, let's read. When you deal damage, you have 30% chance to rain meteors at a certain area and knock back enemies, dealing damage, and this cannot occur. Okay, so just this, chat. Just this description, you already know is OP. Okay? I feel like for PvP, even like, okay. I don't know for PvE. But whenever if you trigger the Starfire, it's crazy. You know, like you literally one-shot the pack. But what are we looking for, chat? What are we looking for? We're looking for the knockback enemies. That's what we're looking for. So, great PvE, PvP gem. And not only that, chat, it has a very annoying thing. That the area that the meteors they fall, they will start burning the enemies and dealing base damage every second. This feels like a very, very strong gem, man. Knockback with damage and burning. Burning, knockback, and damage. So the burning also will trigger this firestorm. Can you guys confirm? Will trigger the firestorm, right? I'm pretty sure we would. So you will make your Tempest even do more damage. Yes, it does. Fuck me. Holy moly. It's OP, man. It is a very OP. Damage, knockback, and burning damage. But the reality is, chat, do we need these for PvP? For PvP, yes. Do we need these for PvE? Not really. Not really. You know? Like, you can put the other gem and you're gonna be fine. You know? Like, there are replacements for it. If it's good, if it's gonna do, like, extra bursts, fuck yeah. But... So, this feels to me like it's a very PvP-centric gem. It's OP, but not always hits because the targets are always moving. Yeah, that's another point. That's another point. That's another point. Starfire is not the best PvP gem. It's like the oldest, you cannot control limits. Okay, those are like fair points. So for me, chat, I feel like Starfire, because of the knockback, I will put it here. Chat. In the A tier. Knockback and the burning. What do you guys think? The broken thing about this gem, it does proc even if the target is far away from the dots. Oh, so he also stops the bandage. It also stops the bandage. It's not great for the. No, I think it is a good PvP gem. I don't think it's not a good PvP gem, man. Like a lot of times, I got pretty fucked because of the gem. I'm telling you that. Like okay, so A minus or B plus. I will not put it at S tier. Not S tier. No. S tier has to be like a overall like godly gem. You know, like it works everywhere, and it's good everywhere, right? So Bloodstock Jade is like the only thing, but I feel like the knockback, the burning, the ability to trigger Firestorm, it makes it worth it. The other side is like you guys cannot control it. You guys can't control it. And so you guys are saying that you guys can run away from it, but it's not that easy. It's not so the damage is not like when you see the maw is way easier to get out of it. But the Starfire is like instant proc and they fall. And like as a barbarian, for example, as a barbarian, it is way harder. But the reality is like maybe this is getting power creeped. Maybe in the future this is gonna be power creeped. It is better than Frozen Heart. Yeah, but they are different. They like one is attack gem, the other one is defensive gem. Now the question is, would I build this? Would I build this gem? That's another fair question, okay? Would I build this gem? I am a PvP player. I like it. But I think I'd rather have a sweeping bile or a spiteful blood. Not blood hope, bottle hope. Maybe not bottle hope. Yeah, I think the answer is not. Chat. I will put this. I use this gem at rank 2 only. Don't feel like upgrading it. Like this gem only actually works really well you need this gem at rank 3. If you don't have Starfire at rank 3, it's useless. It's almost useless, man. So, chat, if you are low resonance, I think it is a skip. I would rather, like the chat is making a good point. I would rather have a wolf or a sweeping bile than this. That's 100%. So, moving on. But it is a B. Oh man, I don't know, chat. I am still so indecisive. Okay, chat, do you guys think B plus, a B plus for Starfire Shard, or a A minus? No, let's go with this. Let's go with this, chat. Let's go. Let's go. Moving on. B plus, I think it is. Spiteful Blood, we already said. Void Spark, chat. Void Spark. So, we have here dealing damage conjures a Void Spark for 6 seconds. It's another buff gem. While active, dealing like a chain lightning around up to 8 enemies. 8 enemies, bro. Holy moly. Lightning strikes can only hit the target once. And while the Void Spark is active, it increases your attack speed. So, let me go check something here. We're gonna check how high can this attack speed go. At rank 5, we will get 8% attack speed. Oh my god! 8% attack speed. God damn. That's crazy. And also, if you are like for example, yeah, Yuri is saying if you're like melee, if like this is mainly a melee gem, right? So whenever you use void with your dots and you are a melee guy, you're gonna spread the dots. Yeah, exactly. Like Sir Bike is saying, you're gonna spread your dots all over the BGs, man. All over the BGs. But you don't need it. But it is just like that, no, that extra boost, man. Extra boost, man. And I really, really like the extra attack speed. Now, tell me something, chat. If you are playing, for example, with Wizard, is it good? Is it good with Wizard? Or like with any range class? Yes. Why? It's still amazing for Wizard. So if you're still if you're still a range class, can you still do the lightning damage? The range of this gem is like 8 yards. Okay, so you guys are saying that even if I'm a range class, I can still get it? No, for Wiz, Barb, yes, your hammer will charge really fast. That's true. That's a good point. The range is similar to the Morn Skull projectiles. Okay, then it's fair. It's fair. Pretty long range. But I'll be honest. If I was a wizard, I don't think I'll build this one. I'll be very honest with you guys. If I was a PvP wizard, I will not build. I think there's other gems that may be better. But if I'm a barb, fuck yeah, man. Hell yeah. Barb, Crusader, Tempest, anything that I'm gonna be on their asses, I would go for the. I'll literally anything that you're surrounded by enemies in BGs, I will go for it. Yo, Miles, what's up, man? So, Void Spark is S tier for Necros. Yeah, but Necros is also another class that is in the middle of them, right? Void Spark, PvE S tier, PvP C tier. Why C tier? So it depends on the class. You were wait, wrong tab here. It depends on the class you are playing, right? Depends on what you're going with Wiz. If you're far in the back playing CC Wizard, yeah, like for me, when I think about Wizard, it is all about CC Wizard, right? So, for example, CC Wizard, summons Demon Hunter. So, when I look at Void, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I see a very, very strong gem. But the thing is, I understand what you guys are saying. Like, this is like a crazy, like, Void Spark is crazy good for PvE. And it is also very, very good for PvP, man. But it's kind of like you need to have dots. Because imagine like, right now, imagine my build, right? I am playing, well, I'm playing with the Everlasting Tournament and I'm playing with Vipers. So if imagine I was playing, oh yeah, let me show you here. So imagine like I'm playing Everlasting and Viper, and imagine like if I switch in the future Everlasting for the Sweeping Bile. And then I switch my Mother's Lament with Void. God damn, they'll be so good. They'll be so good, right? They'll make like I'll be a beast. Now, chat, I feel that we have to make the math. Okay, we have to be fair. I feel like this is a S plus. In my opinion, I think Void it is a S plus because please don't forget, it also gives 8% attack speed. Okay, at rank 5. If you have it at rank 10, it is 16% attack speed. It is a lot. It is a lot, man. So for that, I feel I feel like chat. I feel like Void Spark. It is a overall S tier. It is a overall S tier, man. It will be good in pretty much everything. Pretty much everything. Sweeping Bile, why? Because it is the best dot gem, and it is very powerful. Also, it is like crazy strong. It is crazy strong in PvP, in PvE, like one of the best, and it also in PvP, bro. Look at this. Decreases the movement speed of the targets. That you, like just these, just make them slow, and to chase them, it is super powerful. So the spiteful blood, the sweeping bile, mainly it is like just that buff makes it worth it. So moving on, chat. Moving on. If you don't understand the reasoning, go back and go read the segments, and you'll understand why Equine Shade is in B tier, etc., etc. So let's go here, chat. Let's continue. Sweeping Bile is 4%, but the 4% in this game is instantly, man. Like, we hit like crazy. Like, you always gonna apply it. That's what you have to understand. Anyways, moving forward. More of the dip, man. Listen, if there is a gem that creates like mega controversy, it is more. Some people freaking love this gem, man. Like they die for the gem. They love the gem. Other people, they are just like, you know, they're like, I'm never gonna build more. More sucks. So is the Fizz ulti exactly? The Fizz ultimate. So what it does, damage. Dealing damage conjures a whirlwind. If you played PvP, you saw the gems. And then it's gonna... a fish gonna come up from the floor. And it's gonna do the... and it's gonna bite your ass. And it's gonna knock you in the airborne. And not only that, if it is at rank 3 plus, it will increase all damage taken to you by 6% to a minimum. And to a maximum. Let's see, chat. Let's see like a rank 5. I like to see the rank 5s because I think the rank 5s, it is a fair place to be. So increases 12% the damage done. But this only happens every 20 seconds. So here's the deal, chat. In this game, there are two gems. They are very similar, right? We have the Starfire Shard, and we have here the Maw. One, I feel like Starfire, I prefer it because the animation of the meteors, it's just like, it's faster. Or, you know, like, if it's faster. It comes down, and also it adds the burn. The Maw, in my opinion, a lot of times, even as a barb, and sometimes I'm a bit slow, but it is like, I don't find, it's like so rare the time that I get caught by the Maw. It is so rare. And the times that I get caught is like when you have Starfire. So the Starfire puts me on the floor, and then the Maw comes after. That's a very strong, like, Starfire with the Maw. It is strong as a... Like when that happens, you have no chances. Like you can't do anything because you're gonna be knocked down on the floor by the Starfire Shard, and then the whirlpool is gonna come and it's gonna bite you. So for like 2 or 3 seconds, you cannot do anything. But like this happening, it's not all the time. But it is a good combo if you want to go and commit yourself into like a knockback kind of spec, you know? But again, the Maw needs Maw and Stormbolt OP. No, for that combo, Maw and Stormbolt doesn't do anything. Starfire, Roiling, and Maw and Stormbolt are the OP combo. I think it works for wizards from my experience images. Oh, because you're saying that you're gonna pull them to the middle and then the Maw is gonna come. Yeah, but I feel like chat the Maw, like we're talking about like just based on off what we are talking about, right? We are talking about a gem that it is very, very dependent on others. Alone, it doesn't do really good. Also, it is mainly for PvP. PvE, bro, never build this shit, okay? So for that chat, I think, in my opinion, Maw of the Deep, it is a C tier. It is very niche. It is very dependent on other gems to work. And if not, it will be very easy to get out of it. Thomas is asking, Everlasting or Mother's Lament? Depends. Do you have Roiling Consequence? If you have Roiling Consequence, no, I will say, even to be honest, Mother's Lament 100%, bro. Unless you're playing dots and you want to go with Everlasting Torment. So, next one, chat. Oh boy. Oh boy. Roiling freaking Consequence, boys. You guys, if you guys didn't see me pulling these live on the stream, goddamn, this gem, it is almost perfect, man. This is like literally super, super broken. Let's read this chat. So first of all, if you guys don't understand why this is so powerful, let's read. Dealing damage sends you into a roiling rage for 6 seconds, during which it increases your critical hit chance by 12%. This is at rank 1. 12%. Critical hit chance, it is the best stat in the freaking game, okay? If you want to do damage in any ARPG, almost every spec will require crits, okay? So, now we have here, and the critical hits causes a fury explosion that burns nearby enemies. Oh my fucking god. Chat, I didn't even know about this. I actually didn't even know that there was a fury explosion. I just thought, I always read this and I never read this part. Oh my god. That's crazy. Bro, it does crit and it does AoE damage. God damn. Oh my god. Now we have here, Roiling Rage cannot trigger. Okay, it has 20 seconds cooldown. But some people they don't know is that it also increases even more the critical hit chance against murdering enemies by 3%. So, chat, one thing. Let's check, for example, Roiling Consequence at, let's say, rank 5. Okay, rank 5, it is a fair. Okay, like in rank 5, I think you can do it. Even as a free to play, maybe it's gonna take you around 1 year, but it's doable. Okay, it's gonna give you 24% increase damage. Critical hit chance by 24. Bro, 24 crit, that's wild. Plus 6%. So it gives you a 30% crit at rank 5. Then let's listen. This is part of the memes, chat. This like nobody here is gonna get roiling consequence at rank 10, okay? But either way, let's just dream about it. 42%. Oh my god, man. 42% plus 12%. So this will give you at rank 10 literally 54% crit damage. Compared with Mother's Lament, no, like Mother's Lament isn't bad at all. Like at rank 10, it gives you 32%. This is a 2-star. It's not bad at all. It's not 54%, but the main issue with the Mother's Lament is not the crit. Like the crit 32% is pretty good. It is like the fact that it doesn't work with Vitus. And when you add them together, so for example, if you see my setup, I have them both. I like to use them both because they stack with each other. You know, you have these crits and you have these crits here, and they both stack with each other. 18% plus 20%. So I get like a 38%. So if you have them both, goddamn, God bless America, man. God bless America. I have a rank 10 roiling. James, you have a rank 10 roiling and you're not a top donator? I don't understand, man. Damn, like, fuck me. How much reso you have, James? That's fucking wild. That's so costly. That's so fucking costly, man. So, let's go here, chat. So, chat, roiling consequence, we know. You know, I know it, everybody knows it, that the roiling consequence, it is a S freaking tier gem, man. Roiling consequence, it is too good, man. The only reason why I don't advise people to get it as their first, but here's how we should do. If you're starting the game, the first 40 Turlix Jades should be the Blood-Soaked Jade, because you want to have that 10% movement speed. It is that important. The second one, after that, you just need one copy. One copy of Blood-Soaked Jade and you're done. Okay? You don't need more. After that, go for the roiling consequence. All your Turtleic pearls, roiling consequence, roiling consequence, roiling consequence. Everything, put all your chips on roiling consequence. That's the way, man. That's the freaking way. Big gem. Massive. Massive gem. Okay, moving on, chat. Hilt of Many Realms. Let's talk about this one. This one has some niche uses. Niche uses. Some people really, really like this one. Dealing damage conjures 5 flying swords to follow you for around 10 seconds. So you get like, the animation is kind of cool, okay? The animation of the gem, it's probably one of the best animations. So every time you use a skill, it consumes a sword that is going to create a sword rain at a random enemy location. So this cannot occur more than 20 seconds. And this, let me see here. Sword rain has 10% to drop a massive sword, dealing 50% damage to nearby enemies and knocking them. So knocks them back. Okay, knocks them back or knocks them down. Like, if the sword comes, like, do I go back or is like the Starfire Shard? What is it like, chat? Oh, back. Okay, so if knocks you back, now we have, for example, Monk, Barb, Tempest. They have a lot of immunity to knockbacks, right? So if I go with with the new shoulders of Barb, this doesn't do anything to me. I feel like many realms is broken or needs to be fixed. Why do you think so? Like, I know like there are certain niches, and some people say that for example, you used to work very well with the chains of Barb, but the reality, chat, is like now that's the thing about power creep. Now we have new instance into the game, and I don't know, man. I don't know. If I would invest in it, probably not. I will not invest in this. It's very niche. I would rather have the listen, chat. I rather have Starfire Shard than this. Starfire Shard is knockback with fire. So, but is it useless? I don't think it's a useless gem. Okay? Is it a useless gem? Probably not, chat. So, what do you think, chat? I think it belongs in the C tier. Because it might be it is C tier, man. It's worse than the Starfire Shard. This gem is like a toothpick, 40 immune class, yeah. Exactly. So, yeah, I think we all agree on this, right? Now we have, chat. Another one, chat. Stormvault. One of the newest gem, and the gem that gave us as a free to play. If you were playing around the anniversary, they gave us this one. So, on this one. Thank you, Kevin. Dealing damage conjures a storm around the enemy's location that pursues the enemy for 6 seconds. Continually dealing damage of 20.5% damage. So, this one here. Let me see what it does here. The storm also unleashes a lightning dealing damage. Okay, doesn't matter. So tell me something. The lightning damage is like a chain lightning, like to spread the dots or not? Because I feel like Stormvault, it is good. So again, it is Stormvault, in my opinion. It is in that I used to use, for example, the same way as like the budget void. It's like the budget void, right? Because I don't have void, so I used to use Stormvault to spread the dots. But Stormvault with Royal Inconsequence, Star Shard, and Maul, like these is a very good combo, right? Like this is a very good combo for PvP. But I'm never afraid. I am never afraid of like Stormvault. But it is a good gem because the main thing is like it is the Firestorm. But again, you are dependent on the Royal Inconsequence. You are dependent on Starfire Shard. You are depending on so many things, man. Stormvault better than many realms? Yeah, that's for sure. Look at rank 10. Yeah, but no. Like the thing is like looking at the rank 10 is very unrealistic. I can do that, but let's check first the rank 5. Yeah, he's just the same. It just scales the damage, right? Like what is the difference? Like it says also dealing 12% base damage. So what is the difference? Like rank 10? I don't get it. Maybe I'm stupid. So chat, Storm. I feel like Storm has a spot. It is good for PvP. It is good for PvE. But it's not really good. It is not really good. And it's not great. But whenever you pair it with other gems, whenever you pair it with other gems, it becomes decent. It becomes good. You know? So I am gonna put this as, in my opinion, as a B minus, chat. Stormvault for me, it is a B minus, and I'm gonna explain why. Because the gem alone, if you're a free to play and you get this gem in a, it drops you, right? The gem alone will not do almost anything to you. If it's gonna add another dot, yeah, it adds another dot. Like if you read here, it says here continually dealing. No, wait. No, it's not a dot. It's not a dot. It's like if you're inside the storm, will keep damaging you every 0.5 seconds. So it's not a dot. So the Stormvault alone, I had the Stormvault alone. Okay, it doesn't work as good as you guys think, because you guys are thinking about the combo that you guys are pairing with the Stormvault with Roiling, Starfire, in like these things, okay? And like that, it becomes a good gem to use. But besides that, if you don't have the combo, it kind of sucks to use alone. But you know what it doesn't suck to use alone? Is this bad boy. This bad boy right here, chat. Oh my god. Holy moly. What a gem, chat. What a fucking gem. I still remember, chat, when I was reading a few YouTubers saying that it's not that good. Bro, it's the same shit as now. Listen, I know you guys are farming views, but you guys are saying to free to play or low spenders that is not good to get Morn Skull. Come on, man. Morn Skull, bro, is a crazy gem. Like, you have to understand, Morn Skull is a crazy gem, so please get it. And here, chat, Wolf. Let's read this. Dealing damage grants you Savage Heart for 6 seconds. A buff. It's gonna be a buff. Okay? Causing your attacks to mark the target. At 5 stacks. 5 stacks is the same as Grace. It will do an extra damage, man. It will deal extra damage. So it has something here, like the mark cannot be applied more than, like, again, that 0.3 seconds. But 0.3 seconds is like every second you hit 3 times. Every second you hit 3 times. You understand this? It's fucking wild. And if you pair like dots with the wolf plus 4 pieces grace, is a disgrace. I'm telling you, you're gonna disgrace all the PvP, man. In PvE, PvP, everything is gonna die. Everything is gonna die, man. Not only that, not only gives insane amount of increased damage to you, it also increases your attack speed and your friend's attack speed. Chat, let's check these at, like, man, I wish I had this gem, bro. I wish I had this fucking gem. I want to check, like, rank 5. Okay, let's check the rank 5 right here. So at rank 5 is increasing the damage. Okay, so at rank 1 is 40%, then increases to 60%. Okay, not bad. But what am I interested? I'm interested on this. 7% attack speed at rank 5. God damn, bro. So this is interesting. So imagine Shad. Okay, tell me something, Shad. Does the wolf 7% stacks with the void 8%? Does this stack? Okay, can anyone confirm? Void and wolf, do they stack? They do? Oh, baby. They do. Holy shit. Okay, that's we're talking about uncertainty. Why not? No, I'm just asking, man. I'm asking the questions because I'm a curious guy and I wanna. So we're talking about an increase of 15% attack speed. That's a lot of attack speed, man. Let's just go wild. Let's just go wild. Rank 10. 14% chance attack speed and almost 100% base plus 385. So it's gonna do more damage, but above all, 14% attack speed plus 16%. So we have 30%. Chat. The only thing you need, chat. The only thing you need is a void spark at rank 10 and a wolf, and you will always have 30% attack speed. That's all. That's all, man. That's all. That's all you need, chat. All you need is love. So, chat, you guys know where we're gonna go. You guys know where we're gonna put this, right? You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. That the Wolfie is gonna go. Is gonna go to the S freaking tier, chat. There it is. Goddamn, this is a crazy good gem, man. It is a crazy, crazy, crazy good gem. And with this, we finished the tier list. So if you still didn't like the stream, please like the stream. I also subscribe, don't forget to do it. And this is all the tier list. If you cannot go wrong. Like if you build all these S tier gems, you will not go wrong with it. These ones are still great to build. Here we start getting into a bit like more niche situational gems that you're also gonna be good, but you know, if you are only good for PvP, others for PvE, here it is even like it is like super niche, and here is like completely do not build. Okay, so with this is the 5-star tier list. I hope you guys like it. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.